There we go. Now we're back after some technical difficulty and some issues. What's up, everybody? It's Thursday night, just hanging out, drinking some beers. Don't really have an agenda. It's not our regular beer flow tonight, so we'll talk about Flying Dog Brewery next week, but just kind of filling some time and drinking some beer. So, of course, Rajay here, along with Eric and Todd, and how you guys feeling tonight?
Fan-freaking-tastic.
Thursday means we're one day closer to the weekend.
Yeah, that's true. And what are you guys drinking tonight?
Really fantastic.
What are you guys sipping on?
I'm drinking a Roke Brewing out of Royal Oak. It's their Chestnut Head Chestnut Maple Porter.
Oh. How you like that one?
I haven't dug into it just yet. I just poured it. But I'm sure I'll like it. Pretty much any beer that comes across me, I'm pretty much going to like
it. You're not an automatic high-level grade person, though.
Bingo.
There's some stuff you haven't liked.
Exactly. There hasn't been a beer that's came across me that I haven't liked.
And what are you chugging on, Todd?
I've got one called Barrel Aged Voodoo from Evil Check Brewery out of Mishawaka. There's the can for it.
The skull.
Pretty tasty.
Yeah, it looks pretty decent on the label.
Checks in at 6.2 ABV. Doesn't give the IBU. It says vanilla, star anise, and rye porter. Pretty tasty. First time I've had it.
I'm feeling a little like Joe D here. I'm like, got a beer show, but I'm drinking this Nestea lemon right now. So, but I do have a beer here that I will drink. Just letting it warm up a little bit. If I turn into Joe D's show, like he'll be drinking like a Pepsi or something. It's like a beer show. But he goes to work afterward usually. But yeah, another one is pretty heavy. What'd you say?
So you're off work tomorrow?
Would you say Todd? Did Todd say something?
Yeah, I said, are you off work tomorrow?
Yeah. So that'll be nice. A bit relax. I actually have to go get a eye exam, which are always fun because they got to dilate your eyes. So it's like, don't buy anything for like 2 hours because you won't see the price. You'll be surprised how much you paid for something. So let's go ahead and get this baby open. So this is Beer Fest weekend, so that'll be nice.
Rajay deals with diluted eyes.
Lots and lots of beers, including one like Quaff Brothers here. Mr. Wee Heavy. Let's say this one was ale brew with honey and pecans, but you guys have had this one already that I sent to you.
I haven't had it just yet.
Oh, you haven't had it yet? Okay.
No.
Todd's had it. Todd, like 11%. Smooth.
Yeah, it is smooth.
The aroma and everything.
I'm trying
Wasn't
to find
a lot of alcohol
this
present.
chestnut head, but I can't find it.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you saw my beer news segment earlier, Eric, but Yingling's coming to Kentucky now.
Yeah, I see Michigan didn't get the okay, but it's probably, I don't know, like there's a lot of beers up here and they probably don't want, it could be that they just don't want to compete either with everything that's going on.
Well, I mean, it's a slow process, so it's Kentucky will be the 22nd state that'll have them, so they're on a certain pace.
Thanks, Yingling, thanks.
I was thinking it was more than that.
They said when the article, like 22nd would be Kentucky, but they're also going to Arkansas. Okay. So if that's not a kick in the, you know what, they're not going to go to Michigan, they're going to Arkansas. So I know Tom's expecting to get him down there too, that he goes back and forth from Missouri to Arkansas, so he'll be seeing him down there now. But I don't know if they're bringing their full line, but they are bringing the black and tan, which is actually one of the ones I prefer from Yuengling. So,
I mean, there's a lot of people up here that like the Yuengling beers, so I'm surprised that they just, surprised that they're, I don't know. I guess I'm surprised that they're just not I don't know if it's not that they're not willing to distribute here. If there's, there's distribution issues or something like that. I just find it quite odd that a lot of people like their beers, but yet they're not going to distribute here.
This is a crazy thing.
How the distribution is set up. So
yeah, probably what I figured.
Nobody carrying them up there yet, I guess, or they want to charge something they don't want to pay maybe for the carrying of them.
Mm-hmm.
It's always about the dollars. Follow the dollars.
It's all right. I can always go an hour and a half, 2 hours to the state line and get it and come back.
Yeah. Well, do you get them there in Indiana, Todd? Now?
Yeah, we do.
Okay, so we get them Ohio, Kentucky, and Indiana.
Yeah, we just got them though. I think last summer, maybe.
Yeah.
Bootlegging.
Ohio just got them last year. So they're not
distribution. Distribution is kind of crazy because Joe gets a lot of beers from like out of Missouri that we don't get here, and they got to drive through the damn state to get it there.
Yeah, it's just the way some of that is done is kind of crazy.
Yeah. What'd you think of the Bell's Brewing and losing their court case? I know you touched on it, Rod, but
I was actually glad to see it happen. I just thought Bell's was out in line, like trying to cause this whole thing. Like the people are going to get them confused with this small 50,000 barrel brewery or whatever that was just starting out or whatever, how many barrels they were doing, just because they were called what was their name? Innovative Brewing, I think.
Yeah, Innovative Brewing. Yeah,
it would cause a thing where people get confused with Bell's. Like, really, really, like
Bell's Brewing, Innovative Brewing.
But that's part of the problem you have with these trademarks in craft brewing. Everything is so particular. They go after every little thing, but there's some that are just like a waste of time. Like everybody's going to get you confused in that type of situation.
Yeah. So
in that case, the little guy won, which is funny because Bell's, I guess, is a little guy too, but they're like one of the bigger craft guys.
Yeah. But I noticed here reading the comments on that M Live story that a lot of people were like, well, what's going on? They really couldn't quite figure it out. Yeah.
And they were saying they weren't doing it, to try to hurt them or whatever. They were just worried about their brand being recognized. It's like, it's a kind of a stretch there, but
yeah.
But
it's like West Six and Magic had a couple years ago, and they were battling over the logo for the 6 being upside down like the 9, and they looked exactly like people were getting confused. I'm like, it's a 6 and a 9. How are you going to get confused by that? Come on.
They've been upside down for a long time.
Good God.
I mean, how else do you draw a 6 besides it being an upside down 9? I mean, I don't know how you would draw that. So, but yeah, those little things will drive some of the stuff crazy on, these breweries doing these little things. And it's like, but anyway, in that regard, everything turned out good on that end. Innovative was set. Bell's is set. So
at some point, there's so many breweries, isn't there going to have to be some overlap at some point, like names and logos or something, And
you would think at some point something is going to pop up that is going to be really, really close. But
yeah,
I guess we'll see what happens when it happens. I know there's been some stuff upheld by some craft breweries in the past. So things
as a brewery,
yeah.
Do you know if a brewery do they have to submit their names and get them approved and all that before they actually go public with it?
Oh yeah, they submit them for the trademarks and everything and patents and stuff. And in fact, a lot of the breweries when they come out, I mean, they're running their names through search engines like crazy. And seeing what's trademark and patent out there to find a name that's not out there yet. And it's like the littlest things can be the difference, from calling yourself one thing or another that you add something into it. So yeah, they got to go through all that type of stuff. And then once they get it, they file for their trademark or their patent, and then they're set to move forward. But
I know, like when you pull, sometimes when you pull up a name on Untapped, you'll get like 10 different breweries that kind of has like the same name.
Yeah. They're close. There's some, because you put some like stuff on Untapped on some of the beer names and breweries. Yeah, you'll have some closeness to them, but even some of the beer names are pretty close. And that you could almost, in those kind of things, almost see where something may be something of someone else, but you're not sure fully because they're so close. But, you know, it is what it is. I guess with anything, you have that situation happening. But with beer, you have it happening more because there's so many craft. You have 6,000 craft breweries and counting now. So you're going to have more people running across stuff that's going to be more close to possibly duplicating at some point.
Right.
Like I could see if, you know, being a big major deal if like everybody's getting distribution all over the country. But if it's just like a micro nano brewery with a name that's same as that, the only way you're going to get it is if you go to the brewery. I don't really see. I mean, I kind of understand it, but I don't really see what the big deal would be for a big brewer to go after these small guys like that.
Yeah,
I mean, nobody's going to.
It's probably the image.
You know, nobody's going to get it unless you're in the small radius of the brewery or whatnot.
Yeah, it's probably like the image and just trying to make sure that, you know, if somebody doesn't like a beer, they don't want them thinking it's their brewery or something too, I guess. But
yeah. Like I said, I mean, I get it, I understand, but
I think most people that are drinking craft beer wouldn't have to worry about it as much because most of the people in the know already know that kind of stuff. But for your novices that are just getting into it, I guess it's more like they may not know. So,
or do they probably care or would even know any difference?
When you're a novice, you probably don't as much. You're still learning a lot of stuff. So. But if they're like, they say they don't like a beer, they don't want them thinking it's them they didn't like it was some other brewery that had a beer close to them, and then they miss out on it. So. But the good thing about being here, like in Cincinnati, is even though it's competitive, there's a lot more helping out. It's not as cutthroat for a lot of the breweries here, which is nice. So around the country, there's some areas where it gets pretty bad, where some of these breweries are pretty much against each other. So, but this baby is smooth.
Does it taste like honey?
No, it's like a pecan. It's like I don't know. I mean, I don't really eat pecan pie. I don't know if you do, Todd, but I don't know if you think it might have that kind of pie type touch to it. It's got that like sweetness like pecans though.
Kind of did, but I felt some honey in it though in mine.
Yeah, it's got the honey and the pecan, but it's got kind of a nice syrupy texture to it too. So it's pretty velvety smooth.
It's almost kind of like a dessert beer, but it doesn't have like the real sweetness to it. You know, it's not overpowering where you just can't drink it. Kind of like your Bourbon County sometimes can get too much, and like you just have to drink it in small portions.
Yeah,
it's not like that at all. Or at least I didn't think it was. It was very smooth for 11%.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys saw a couple weeks ago. There was a crash. I think it was New Jersey, maybe tractor trailer, and beer got spilled, and it ended up being space dust. So, so it was Elysian space dust that got spilled, and then it was so funny when I was watching it. I mean, because it's like you never really see craft beer get spilled. Well, technically, Elysian is now owned by AB InBev, so people don't consider craft beer as much, but in some cases. But it's just funny, like AB InBev must have like the worst drivers out there. Like, it's like always their trucks that are crashing every time you see beer spilled, and now they're affecting their own craft beer line.
Like, what do you do if you're a passenger? You know, if you're just driving through, do you pull over and be like mad scramble for what you can grab and just go?
Well, I always said if it was Bud Light, I probably would stop. Space Dust, I'd probably stop on Space Dust to try to help out. So I still think it's a good beer, even if it is owned by the evil empire. I think it's still got some good beer with it.
You're like, all right, kids, get out and grab what you can. And
let's go. Throw them in the back. It's like nobody would ever see a truck of zombie dust turn over somewhere.
Right, exactly.
It's like precious cargo. Drive carefully.
100 cases come up missing. Don't know what happened.
That's the whole piece. Like, Ballast Point, they're owned by Constellation, and they were talking about Constellation brands actually seen a big growth in their beers over the last year. So they also have Corona, and Corona was kind of leading the way, helping them out there. But that was kind of interesting. Some of these other places that are contracting, we're seeing some growth still taking place with some other breweries too. So, but probably the only Constellation brand I probably drink is really Ballast Point. I've never really been a fan of Corona and some of their other Spanish type beers. I don't really drink that much. You guys drink Corona?
Yeah, every once in a great while I will.
Yeah.
But I got to be feeling it, though.
What'd you say, Todd? Todd's got the...
I said not unless I have to. Not unless I have to.
He did a Chinese movie thing going again where his lips were moving, but the voice came later.
Well, I hear myself in the background every now and again.
But, yeah, Corona is like I don't know. I guess they always try to sell it as the beach beer, but I don't know why people would like to have a Corona that much. I mean, it's pretty much watered down to me, but...
To me, it's kind of a novelty thing.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I like a Corona every once in a great while, but it's not something I'm going to buy.
No. I mean, if it's there, like if I'm freaking at a resort somewhere on vacation or something like that, and that's what they're serving at the bar, then I drink it reluctantly, but I would drink it. I just don't see when you got so many choices out there why you hunt it down as much. But people love Corona, it seems, and they're still making a lot of sales. So,
speaking of, like beer and all that, Budweiser, they just had it in like 18-ounce. I think it was 18-ounce bottles over in England when I was over there.
Oh, wow. I don't think we've ever seen anything here that size.
You could tell it was the bottle or the base of the beer was much bigger than a 12-ounce, and it looked like maybe a 16 or 18-ounce bottle.
Yeah.
There was a lot of cask beer, and there was a lot of what else they have? Guinness was pretty regular there.
How did you like the cask beer over there in the UK?
It was interesting. I mean, that was the first time I've ever had cask beer over there. It was a little bit warm. It was about like 50, 55 degrees, that kind of temperature.
Mm-hmm.
No carbonation at all. But it was interesting. A lot of them were about the 3.5%, 4% variety. I didn't have really anything. I think I had one maybe 5%, but that's about as high as they go for cask beer.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I liked it. I mean, it just kind of tasted different because there was no carbonation with it, kind of flat.
Yeah, it's not highly carbonated, and the only place I've seen cask beer here is one of the breweries up in Columbus that they have it up there. I haven't seen anyone locally that has cask beer, but you'd think in some of the gastropubs you'd find it a little more easier.
Yeah, I guess over here in the States it's kind of few and far between, but over there it's everywhere.
Yeah. Well, Drunken One has said Yingling is not in Texas yet, so there's another state that doesn't have it. Of course, Eric said, "What's up, Drunken One?" And he's actually uploaded some videos, so he's just going to hang back and watch the stream. But thanks for the invite. And said hello back to Eric. And then Jason Voorhees asked if I was on a chat with Massive Beer Reviews this week, and I was on a chat yesterday that Massive was on with me and Lee and Joe and Nick and a couple other guys. Cody, what's going on? He said, good to see you again. Been busy to drink lately. Hope to be back at it this summer. Cheers, Rod, and cheers to you, Cody. And Cody is out in South Dakota.
Oh, nice.
And Cody used to do some stuff we used to do back in the day, over a year or two ago, back when Crunch was on here, which I've never found out what happened to Crunch. I tried to reach out to him, and it's going. I don't know. He might have been deported under Trump's plan. I don't know if he was fully here or not, because I know he had served. He was in other countries before, so who knows? He may have been picked up by ICE for all I know. ICE might have got him somewhere, but hopefully at some point we'll hear more from Crunch again. But Cody used to be on, and Cody is in one of those spots, where he has to pretty much drive like 80 miles to find craft beer. So where he's in South Dakota, like around him, it's mostly more, unless things have changed, more the domestic type. So a lot of the Bud, the Miller, the Coors, all that stuff. And he likes craft beer. So he loads up the truck and he drives 80 miles and he makes it worth his while when he does it. So, and if you ever follow him, like on Google Plus, he posts some good pictures of beers too. So you'll find him under Cody Space, and then it's the I, large I on Google Plus. But he's got some good stuff out there. I think he may also be doing some stuff now on YouTube too, so you can check out his channel as well. But he's a good beer drinker. He makes some good quality choices for sure. And I tell you what, as this baby warms, it's getting smoother and smoother. You're going to like this one, Eric, when you drink it.
All right.
As Men's Warehouse would say, I guarantee it. That'll get me going to some places where I want to go to. So, but I got that. I got like one of the backwoods in there. I might drink here in a little bit, and then some of the other. I was supposed to go on last night to do the CBS that you sent me, Eric. I was gonna do a review on that, and then drink the rest of it on the Canadian show, and I didn't get back in time. I've been running around, so I ended up missing out on it. So I got to do the CBS review still. I'm looking forward to that, but that's on deck in the fridge, and of course the parent IPAs and stuff are in there, and the stuff you send, the stuff that Todd sent, and it's just like so many beers right there in the fridge and stuff. And then like go in the basement. I did that basement tour video a couple of days ago, and it's just like it's way too many beers here. Which Drunken One did offer to come stay in my basement and help me out. So
I'm sure he did.
He's willing to sacrifice and come here and help me drink out some of these beers. So that's always a good thing.
We'll have to put a dent in it on Saturday.
Yeah, to drink some of those. So. And but yeah, it's just so much beer there. So, but the thing is, because it's always like a lot of them are like just a one of a kind type thing. So I'm trying to do reviews, but I may be switching it up on the channel here a little bit anyway to do some other different things. And so I don't know, the reviews may fall, as I was telling you guys earlier, back to a little bit of a secondary type thing. I want to get some other beer stuff. There's so many. I don't know what your guys' thought is. I know Eric, you got the channel out there, but there's so many beer reviewers out there now. Is it worth still doing a lot of beer reviews or mixing up the different stuff? Because anybody can tune in now and see all these different guys doing beer reviews.
Yeah, and I mean, you really got to make yourself unique when you do this sort of stuff. And for me, I just, like, well, I do it just more or less as a hobby. I don't really think I'm going to be the next YouTube star or the next YouTube beer review star or anything like that. I just do it because I like doing it. I mean, if the views come and if the subscribers come, that's great. But for me, I just do it more or less as a hobby. And but if you're trying to get into this sort of thing, you're going to have to be unique and different and try to do stuff that the people before you or after you are not going to do. So
yeah, that's true. So I mean,
I like where you're going in the direction on some of your stuff, Rod. Maybe on your beer review stuff, maybe just kind of try to maybe keep it local and do stuff maybe that everybody gets, and just kind of get the Cincinnati beer scene out there through your channel.
Yeah, I try to get some of the local stuff in there, but then I think some people, if they don't see a beer they recognize, they don't want to see it either as much. And I don't know, I'm not doing I'm not doing the kid reviews. I'm like Eric, I do it just to have fun and everything out there, and I'm trying to find out what people like the most of. When I look online now, I see so many different people doing beer reviews. If I was like just looking to pull up a beer, you wouldn't know who you wanted to look at or how you wanted to watch, and it's kind of like there's nothing to maybe set it apart from first look on things. So I don't know. Still debating. I got a few people that said no, they want me to still keep doing the reviews and stuff, and then there's some other stuff that I'll work in there, like the beer news and all that kind of stuff. But hopefully everybody's still liking what they're seeing out there. And Cody said, "Good to see me." He got to run. He has to run. He's got to catch the midnight train of soybeans. So Cody actually works for the railroad. So he actually is on midnight trains, and they're soybeans that are part of the cargo. So so he's got to take off for that. But it was good seeing you as well, Cody. And hopefully we'll get on here again, and hopefully get back on video at some point. We'll do some stuff. Red Beer says he smiled, and he says, "I'm definitely a little different." Smile. Eric said that's a given, Rex. Rex said, "Cheers, buddy." So there's different aspects. I mean, there's different people that do different things, I guess, and it's just a matter of what people like. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to still do the reviews. It's just if I'm going to focus on them as much or try just different stuff. This weekend I'll shoot footage from the beer festival to do some stuff too, to add that into it, which should be fun. That's always a good time. So.
Your wife hasn't gotten on your case for too much beer, has she?
No, not as much for too much beer. Probably for just being on YouTube too much more than anything. So yeah, I got to work that balance out on the time and everything too. And it's the same. Just like y'all go through it. It's like went through it before with video games like PlayStation and stuff like that. Like women don't like you guys playing a lot of the PlayStation. I mean, it's like I never seen women get jealous of video game systems before, but I know like all the guys that have chicks, they always get upset when they play the video games too long. So
I'm pretty lucky in that regard. Mine doesn't really care either way, so
it's all about working out that balance, I guess.
Probably figure the more I'm in the basement, the more I'm out of her hair. So it's a win-win, probably.
But that's another thing I might do. I might put up a few more like gaming type things while I'm drinking beer and talk about the beer while I'm gaming on the channel. So I got the other gaming channel, and it's like, do I really need the other gaming channel? I mean, I had it more focused to gaming, but the change is taking place now on YouTube. Would it be better just to have everything under one channel? Just say to hell with splitting them out anymore.
I thought the same thing, Rod, when I did it. I'm like, is this really a good move? But I'm gonna go with it and see what happens. So
yeah. I mean, I've got like 40 subscribers over on the other channel for the video games, so I don't know. I'm just kind of testing it at some point. And I think I did notice. I don't know if you're. Hey, what's up, Chris? How you doing, brother?
Hey, what's up?
I don't know if you're using like TubeBuddy to watch the stuff you're doing on YouTube, but it's a great little tool you can use. But it's tracking how many hours you have people watching your channel, because you have to have like 4,000 by the end of February or whatever to monetize your channel. So now it's keeping a running total of how many people, or like I said, like 1,500 hours I had over the last like 12 months or whatever, and it keeps a daily update going. So that's kind of weird.
I know.
Are you talking about
quite an uproar in YouTube world?
What was that?
Are you talking about your channel?
So it seemed to cause...
name up 5 times.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, like when the YouTube for the monetization, and when YouTube made that change where it's supposed to be 4,000 hours. So now there's a tool on there where it's showing how many hours you actually are at right now. So mine's at 1,500 going into today, but it was just something I noticed they put on there.
Is it an app?
TubeBuddy is a program online, and it's an extension through Chrome. If you have it through Chrome, it's just an extension. And so across the top of your YouTube channel, it'll have all your analytics of the time people have watched your channel, how many views you've had in the last hour, how many views in the last 48 hours over the last 7 days, and then it gives you all the different numbers up there so you're aware of how your channel's doing. But it's a great app because it gives you different things and a little bit better analytic type stuff. So, but you have to use Chrome or I think Firefox to get the extensions. You can't do it with Internet Explorer.
Now I know how Joe feels. I'm the only Canadian on the panel.
You are the only Canadian. I sent a thing to Nick because Nick said he wanted to try to join if he's around, but I haven't heard anything back from him.
What's everybody drinking right now? I missed the beginning of this.
I'm still working on the rope beer that I've got, the chestnut maple porter.
Nice.
I'm drinking the Wee Honey Wee Heavy Ale, which is pecan and honey.
Oh, how's that?
Oh, it's real good. It's real smooth.
It's smooth?
Yeah, 11%. So you do not feel it.
Oh.
And I got one out of Indiana. It's called Evil Check Brewery. It's a barrel-aged porter, rye porter.
Nice.
And what are you drinking, Chris?
I am drinking from something local around here called Lock Street Brewery. I'm drinking their Pirates Porthole Porter. It's 4.5% ABV. And with very little carbonation on this thing. This is straight out the bottle. There's barely anything in there, but it's good. It's got a good coffee flavor on this one. I enjoy it.
Then when I'm done with my beer, I'm going with a Lagunitas Willatized Coffee Stout.
Nice.
That's a good call, my friend. Yeah, hopefully my buddies from Lagunitas will drop me a couple bottles when they're here this weekend. So last year they gave me the what was the stout they had last year? Westified. They're like, hey, take a couple of these home and review them. I'm like, okay.
Maybe they'll give you the new one this year.
Yeah.
Willatized.
That would be nice. I would not complain about that.
Rod, how many times you changed your name of your gaming channel now?
I don't even know if I changed it again. I can't find a happy medium on that channel. Well, I was just telling these guys, I don't even know if I want to keep that channel much longer just because of the changes. I might just start gaming on the beer channel at times.
Might as well get all the views you can on one channel, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. How long I keep it out there, but I'm actually reformatting the channel right now. I got to do like a trailer or stuff. I haven't done all of that stuff to make it actually stand out a little bit more.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Hey, speaking of your gaming channel, have you played the Fortnite, the free download that they had this month?
Yeah, I did played it earlier today, and I've got it downloaded. They gave it away free on PlayStation Plus like 2 or 3 months ago.
Yeah.
I think. So it's a tricky game. I mean, trying to play it. Have you played it yet?
Yeah, it's fun, but I suck at it. I haven't even got one kill on it yet.
I was like, I get down there. It's like, if you guys haven't seen this game, Fortnite, so you essentially jump out of this plane in the air, skydive down into the land, like you versus 99 other people. It's a 100-person battle royal, and so you have to land on the ground where you're at, and they give you like an axe, so you have to cut shit down to get like wood and metal and steel and stuff. But you find guns to shoot the other people with, and so the time you jump out of the thing, you don't want to jump out where everybody's jumping out because everybody's going to find guns. Some people aren't, and you start seeing like people get killed like 1 per second. Like everybody's like showing up. So you try to find a space where you can land, get your weapons, and then you're actually building the fort while you're actually trying to protect yourself. But you got to keep moving because there's like this storm that takes place, and you have to go to certain areas of the map. So I'm figuring it out and stuff. But
yeah, I've only played like 3 games, so I'm still trying to learn the game a little bit. Yeah. But that's kind of cool because like every 3 minutes, like 0.
So it's basically like
center, yeah.
It's basically like PUG or whatever that's called, Players Unknown game, the other shooter that they're playing right now.
No, I haven't played that one.
That's
haven't either.
It's more of a realistic shooter as opposed to Fortnite being all cartoony and stuff like that. But with Players Underground, it's exactly the same concept. 100 people jump out of an airplane. It's a huge map. You can jump out of the plane at any time. So you can jump right at the beginning, wait till whatever, and then you parachute your way down, find some weapons, and it is again one of those ones where the map slowly shrinks.
Oh yeah, it is pretty much the same thing then. Yeah.
What was the name of that one again, Chris?
I think it's called Players Underground something. Somebody in the comments will probably say what it is. I can't remember the exact name of it, but.
Yeah, this one's pretty
cool.
PUBG.
Redbeard mentioned that. Players Underground Battle.
PUBG.
Ground. Yeah, it's a huge thing right now.
Yeah, it's funny. Like I jumped out of one early and I went to go get something. I landed, was like, he already had a gun. And I was still like parachuting. It's like
waiting for you.
Got you right out of the sky.
As soon as I hit the ground, like I'm trying to hit him with an axe, he turns around with a gun and he shoots me. I'm like, well, this sucks.
Like what's called PUBG game. A lot of the Morgan Freeman stuff is done on there too. It's hilarious when the guy does.
Oh, when the guy's narrating Morgan Freeman playing it.
Yeah, it's hilarious. And there's there's another guy called Golden Voice. And Golden Voice plays that game as well. And as you're flying in the airplane, he likes to pretend he's the stewardess on the plane, doing the thank you for flying Air Russia. Pretty funny.
Let's see here, and then Earth is here. What's happening, Earth? How you doing? And.
Yeah, I got to get my monitor yet, and I got to get a keyboard and mouse and all that BS yet. I haven't even got the operating system on there, and I've had it for, 4 months?
This is what I use for gaming on the PC now. I'll just use an Xbox controller because
Bluetooth.
I can't do the keyboard mouse thing. You know what I used to do when I was playing Unreal Tournament way back in the day. And I just couldn't fucking keep going with it. So I'm glad that, the Bluetooth controllers just work way better now for me because I'm just so used to playing Xbox.
You were doing the keyboard and the mouse playing Unreal Tournament?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I would do that. I was like, I had one of the controllers doing it back then. It was like, that is too much.
I can't wait, Rod, until Subnautica is available for your PS4. Because if you get it and you buy it, like whatever, it's going to be like $20-25 maybe. If you get it, you're going to be hooked right away. It's so good.
It looks good when you play it. I mean, I definitely want to get it for the PS4. So I'm waiting to see if it comes out. I know they said when you told me that day, I looked online and they said later this year for the PS4. So
yeah, who knows? Who knows when that's coming out now? I hate it when they delay it. When they announce it's coming and then they like kibosh it like the day before.
Well, Red was playing that too. So both of you guys were kind of jumping on Subnautica. Yeah, let's see. All right, Red, I sent you a thing.
What I seen.
What'd you say?
I said I seen one of his gaming channels, Red Beard Rage.
Yeah, he rages when he plays the games for sure. He knows the characters. When he plays, what's the one he plays?
Long Dark. The
Long Dark. Like when he sees coyotes and shit, that freaks him out. When he plays Badlands, he runs away from a lot of stuff. But let me see here. Some other comments. All right, Red, I sent you one. Just don't come in here raging now.
No drama.
No. Let's see.
What the fuck?
Yeah, but Red said PBG, Drunken One, Seagram 7 and 7 Up. That's old school right there. I remember serving those when I bartended.
I remember 7 and 7s.
Look, I only served about 4 of them today at work.
Did you really?
Yeah. I worked the day shift.
Yeah. Day shift's supposed to be always vodka. That way nobody smells it.
Day shift, it's all fucking rusty nails and Drambuie on ice. I'm like, ew. What are you doing? Old people.
You must be old.
Old people. Totally.
Player Unknown's Battlegrounds is what the name of the game is.
Yeah, that's available on all 3 systems as well.
Okay, I have to check into that. So that's on PS4. Huh.
Yeah,
what is it?
PS4, Xbox, and PC.
Yeah.
What be going down, everybody?
There he is.
Thanks very much for the invite, man. I will behave myself as best I can. I swear to God.
You're all right most of the time. You just get a little crazy once in a while.
Again, like the video games, like long dark. There's not so much raging going on. It's just me being terrified. You know, like it's.
Dude, you had me rolling last night, man.
Oh, did you watch the actual like drunken one where I was playing like Super Meat Boy and stuff? Yeah, I got mad playing that game. That was rough.
Mad is putting it lightly.
Yeah, that game's aggravating just a little bit. Just a little bit.
I need to go back and play the Friday 13th game I got. That's actually kind of crazy.
And yeah, Subnautica crashed my goddamn computer. I don't know what happened there, but it pissed me off.
Subnautica crashed your computer? I thought
it ran great for like 12 minutes and then it just like froze, like didn't just like stop working. No, it froze. Completely froze up the computer.
You grabbed the update on the NVIDIA GeForce?
I have AMD, so
okay.
It should be up to date. Like it's fucking that's why I stopped playing it. Yeah. That's why I stopped playing it, was because it was crashing. I was able to play for like an hour before and it would crash. And now it was like 12 minutes and it crashed. I'm like, what the fuck happened? I was not happy.
You didn't have any issue on your computer, Chris, did you?
No, because I have a super duper laptop. I've got a Republic of Gamers laptop.
Yeah, but I have a super duper gaming PC that could probably eat your laptop. I should be able to play it. No problem. That's what pisses me off.
Yeah, I've got one. I haven't even got a monitor, keyboard, and mouse and all that bullshit yet.
Yeah, that's for gaming. I'm just like the PS4 does enough for me, I think, for gaming that I got a laptop that like I'm doing everything here online and stuff like for the show. I'm like for gaming, I just use the PS4.
Well, good call randomly, Chris. I don't have the GeForce, but randomly just looked into it, and there's definitely an upgrade for my video card. So let's do that.
There you go. There you go.
There you go.
I'm the smartest guy in the world.
I didn't say that. I did not say that. You're a great guy, and I love you, buddy, but I wouldn't say that.
Redbeard, what are you drinking?
I'm drinking a black coal stout by Railway City.
Ooh.
It's all right. Not bad. It's like 6%, I think. Nothing crazy.
Nice looking can, though.
Yeah. It's good.
So do you guys ever buy beers just because of what the can looks like or the bottle looks like?
Yes.
Because occasionally you'll do that, right? So
I don't know if I do that.
Sometimes.
I just I don't know. I don't collect beer bottles or cans anyway. They're gone right to the recycling after I'm done. So I don't really do with that one. I mean, if it looks sharp and it's got some, naked chick on it, yeah, sure, I'll buy it. But other than that, no.
I was going to say, if there's a nice looking label that catches your eye, you're like, oh yeah, I'll give that a shot. Label looks pretty cool.
If it has Stormy Daniels on the can, yeah, I'll buy it.
There you go.
Holding a Fortnite magazine.
Nice.
I think one of the funniest videos I saw over the last week, I had on my Facebook page, if you guys saw it on my Facebook page, I know you guys are on Facebook with me, was the guy that went to the Pelicans game and dressed up in the sweat jacket.
Oh, as a player? Yeah, that's awesome.
That's like as a player. And he was behind the basket.
Warming up.
Yeah. He got up, started stretching like he was one of the players. And someone actually passed him the ball and he shot it up with the Pelicans. And the police came over like he's
in the front row anyway. So.
They didn't kick him out, so that was cool. But that was just so funny. He was just nonchalantly out there getting up, stretching with them, and he's on the court and they passed him the ball.
The funniest thing about that was he was just there up there like clapping his hand like, give me the ball, and they finally passed it to him.
He said, hurry up, give me the ball, hurry up.
I was like, that was just hilarious.
Then the cop that made him sit down almost looked like kind of like one of those Rent-A-Cop type
Yeah.
movies. Like he was almost like, it was comical almost. In a
Well, he wanted them probably laugh and he just couldn't do
it. He's like, you got one on me. I got to do my job, so you just got to sit down.
How many people were like, I never thought about doing that before.
I hope he didn't get banned from the arena for that.
No, they just took him back to a seat because he had seats right behind the basket. The cop just told him to sit down there and he sat back down, but it was hilarious.
Yeah, he was like in the front row or the second row or something. He just went and sat down like nothing ever happened. Good to go.
And then the most outlandish story, again, I told this to Chris and him last night, was the person that tried to get on a plane with a full-size peacock.
Nice.
To try to fly Delta flight because that was her support animal. It's like a full-size peacock. That's not going to happen. Or that's not going to fly.
Wait, say it again. Yeah. What happened?
Do what?
Say it again. What was the deal on that?
She was. She said it was her support animal. She tried to get a full-size peacock on a Delta flight.
Oh, tried to get one on a plane. Oh,
yeah,
geez.
At the airport, we're trying to go through checking her bags with this full-size peacock.
As you do, it's common practice to bring peacocks on planes.
Yeah,
everyone does.
People will try anything.
It's like that's not a chihuahua you can put in your bag. That is a full-size peacock. And anybody's that's seen peacocks know how big they are.
Yeah, they're not small at all.
Yeah.
So did she buy a ticket for it to get on the plane? Or?
I don't think she got past the gate. I don't know. I just.
Was she having on a leash going through customs?
It looks like no. It looks like the. Here, let me see if I can pull it up here.
Can't fault her for trying anyway.
We can fault.
God.
We can fault. This is what happens when you let people eat Tide Pods.
Exactly.
You start getting shit like this happening. Exactly.
That's funny that they're talking about the Tide Pod thing, and now they're starting to ID kids that are buying Tide detergent. You got to be over 18.
Oh, it'll be like the
the
medicine behind the counter. It's like it's over the counter medicine, but it's behind the counter. That does not work.
Well,
But look at this. You try to take this bird right here, and people are looking like, "What the hell?"
Wow. Look at her like, what in
I'm
the hell?
not sitting next to that goddamn bird. Yeah. This is where we move to in a society that people are relying on peacocks.
I like the KFC commercial right beside it.
Yeah. And the peacock looking like, you never seen a peacock before?
Yeah, like, what are you looking at? What are you looking at? What do you want?
Yeah, but this is part of society now.
But wouldn't you think like some part of you just be like, okay, come on, you tried it, we're gonna let you go ahead and just go on with it just because.
You went Chinese, started lips moving, and voice went out.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny about that peacock thing is that when she filled out when she probably went online to buy the tickets, and it says check off if you're bringing an animal, and the one will say cat, dog, other. Yeah. And she probably checked off other, and there's probably no space to write what kind of animal it is.
Yeah, probably not.
Now here's something here. This is why parents. You need to be parents to your kids. Pull this up here. This was the other absurd thing I saw this week. If I could pull it up. All right. Oh, let's back it up a little bit. All right, so here we go. 2 kids, 2 youths, just out on a Saturday afternoon.
Jesus, not this.
Just out on a Saturday afternoon, nothing to do. Hey, why don't we just throw some gas down on here, and I'll set it on fire. Oh, let me get your pants. Oh, wait a second.
Jesus Christ. Wow.
Wait a second. Hold on now.
Fuck.
It looks like Jay and Silent Bob.
Yeah. Oh, my computer.
That's a bit worse than Jay and Silent Bob.
Where's the rest of my computer?
Uh-oh.
Anyway. Well, what ends up happening, the dude pretty much is down to his draw at that point because his pants were on fire. And again, it's just like,
Oh.
Rod is frozen.
Yep, Rod's
Maybe
frozen.
It wasn't me after
all.
No. Damn Google.
Oh yeah, he's frozen. I can't even click on him.
I wanted to see that. I wanted to bring him up with that fucking frozen image or something, but you can't. Oh, there he is. He's back.
There, he's back now.
Now we have 2.
Well, I guess Google didn't like me sharing that footage.
Rod's cloned right now.
Apparently, Google didn't like I shared. It might have been Google's kids. I don't know. All of a sudden, I showed some kids set themselves on fire and get kicked off for a second.
How dare you?
Oh, God, that's funny.
Earth says, soon people that don't need support animals will bring in an opposing support animal to kick the other person's support animal's ass. Yeah. There's a lot of support animals that show up nowadays.
Wait, you're bringing your peacock? I'm bringing my mongoose.
Yeah. I don't really need it, but I just want to have it attack yours just so because yours is pissing me off.
Oh, you're finish him.
Nice.
But I'm so happy I finally found that peanut butter victory at sea. I'm looking forward to trying that one.
Animality.
I've not had any kind of peanut butter here. It's really weird to me. I don't know. I want to try it, but it's something I'm not sure if I'm gonna like.
Sweet Baby Jesus is really good. Sweet Baby Java is good.
Hey Rod, is there any of those left in your area?
Huh?
Is there any of those left in your area?
There might be. I got it over at our spot in Indiana. I should have probably got more. I think I got the last one that was there, but they may restock by this weekend. It wasn't bad. I got it for like $8, I think. Which on the Ballast Point, 2 ounce isn't bad.
That's expensive for you.
For a bomber from Ballast Point, yeah. Well, they messed up. They give it Lagunitas. I still don't think got more of those Lagunitas.
I would have guessed $14, $15.
Yeah. Yeah, other place I saw it, I thought it was around 10 or 11 or something, but who am I to argue with their pricing? I mean, I got
I'll take this. I'll take this.
I wanted to go back and get more of those Lagunitas gnarly wines when I found they were $4.20 or whatever. I know that was a screw up. But you have that fear, you get the one and you go back. Like if I go back and I'll find the other ones, I realize they made a mistake, so I better just leave it alone right now.
Yep. When you see a mistake, you better buy it now.
Yeah. And I went to one of my stores, Kroger here, the other day, and we have a Braxton that you drank, Eric. They have a barrel age series, a 4-pack of those, $16.99, and someone mistakenly put one of them in the build your own 6-pack for $9.99. And I was looking to see if there was more because I was definitely going to wipe them out. I didn't get it because there was only one, but I was like, if there was more, I would definitely buy it just because it's here. I mean,
why not?
I felt like it'd be a beauty. You could walk by that.
I don't blame you. I would have too.
Yeah.
Shame on you.
Same. That's your stock guy to put it over here. It's not on mine. That's not
Exactly.
But we're getting more and more of those things around now where you make your own 6-packs at places. And some of them are getting better with the beer selections they're putting into them as well.
I'm digging this Lagunitas coffee style. This is really good.
You get good values with Lagunitas. You really can't complain about the deals you get with them.
I'm surprised a lot of people, Lagunitas hasn't really, put more beer out to try and pressure the other ones to bring the price down.
Yeah.
Stupid expensive.
Their price points are phenomenal.
Yeah.
That's exactly it, Red Beer. They're fucking getting almost to the point of getting out of control.
Like it's not so bad here most of the time. I find like I've paid like $5.50 for a can of beer this size, but it's been like a really, really good kind of. You can tell the stuff they put into it. It wasn't a cheap beer to make. It's a small batch kind of shit. But some of the prices they want for some of the stuff is just like the Nickelbrook with their Kentucky Bastard and Cuvée and stuff. They made the bottles like half the size, and they're still selling it for pretty much the same price. I think they made the bottles half the size and took like a fifth of the price off kind of thing. So it didn't half the price at all.
Well, you like Chris and the other Canadian guy, you guys get screwed up there on some of the stuff though with the tax.
We get screwed on our macros.
Yeah,
big time. $46 for 24 Coors Light. That's just a little bit ridiculous. Or $43.
Yeah, that's more than a little bit ridiculous.
Yeah, here in Ontario is not good for that.
How much was that for those?
For 24 Coors Light, around $43.
40. Holy shit.
Yeah, and actually it's funny because when I came back from Atlantic City, I stopped at Duty Free coming in back into Canada, and I picked up 24 Coors Light for $16.50.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, that's crazy.
Even
I figured did you guys fly,
it's like $20.
Did you guys fly down or drive down, Chris?
We drove it.
Yo, you drove. Yeah, you should have been loading up. The car should have came back dragging from all the American beers. You could have got good deals on down here.
Yeah, I know, but the other guys I was with, they weren't. They're not big craft guys or anything like that, so I didn't want to stop them out of their way. So, one day.
Anywhere I drive nowadays, I'm always looking see what beers are around and end up doing a road trip, bringing some of the stuff back. You find some good local stuff from a lot of different places. So if I got to travel for work and they say, "Oh, you could fly down to Tennessee or whatever," like, no, I can drive. It's not that far, and I can drive. I can stop at my own pace and pick up stuff on the way back and get some nice, good beers.
If you ever get anytime soon, Rod, you should try to check out Bearded Iris.
What'd you say?
If you go to Tennessee anytime soon again, you should go to try to get some Bearded Iris beers.
Oh, yeah. I've heard about Bearded Iris. Yeah.
Bearded Iris. That brewery, I'm assuming, yeah?
Yes, in Nashville. Nashville, Tennessee.
Ooh, there's so many out there. It's crazy. So many breweries out there.
Yeah.
Probably name off I could probably name off 50 you never heard of. You guys probably name off even more that I've never heard of. It's fucking It's crazy how many are out there.
Yeah.
It really is. It's kind of insane, really.
I was talking about that one piece I did with Cigar City going to Chicago, and Beer Belly had responded back, Beer Belly Travelers, on when they commented anything about the beer. And I had skipping and not get them here. But the thing is, like, I don't really need to get them here because I have 60 brewers all with like a 20-mile radius. So I'm not hurting for beers by any means. I just want I want to taste it just because I'm curious because they got a good reputation out there. But there's so many places around here that have so many good beers. It's kind of like, you know, that one lady just had a story came out where she went through all the Michigan breweries, like 361 over the last year. She went to every Michigan brewery.
Wow.
Yeah.
I want her job.
Yeah, it's like, I would love that time. I don't know if she might have been like a veteran or something because they were calling her a hero. So she might have been like military. Maybe she was off or whatever. And he set a goal and she accomplished it. Went to everyone in Michigan.
Nice.
And then
that would be kind of cool to do, though. Just hit all the breweries in your home state. That would be kind of cool to do.
Yeah, that'd be a cool little like road trail to do. Road trip around the state.
Like I'm not even sure how you'd find out on all of them because I'm sure there's some out there that nobody, you know, that's not advertised, and you wouldn't. How would you even know where to find some of those breweries? Yeah.
Well, even like some here, like around Ohio, some are like done in wineries. So you wouldn't even see like breweries, like a winery that also puts out beer, but they have like their winery exchange or something, the name of their spot where they do it at. So,
well, that's kind of how 450 North started up here in Columbus, Indiana. They're a winery and a brewery.
Yeah,
my understanding, like the dad started the winery, and then the kids, his two sons, actually started the brewery there. So,
let's see. Look at that.
Damn, Redbeard, what the hell are you doing, son?
Lord, what the hell? I let him in here. He goes crazy. Irv says he thinks he missed the Willa Stout from Lagunitas. Well, I think it's still out maybe through this month, so it might still have a chance to get it. Still haven't seen it. I haven't seen it here because I haven't seen it anywhere located in Kentucky yet where they've had it, or Ohio. So I'm going to actually talk to Lagunitas this weekend when the guys are in and see if I can find it somewhere.
Dude, it's really good. I'm pleased with it.
Sorry, guys. Didn't realize my microphone would pick everything up like that. It was crazy.
Where's
my fridge?
See,
I feel like you're having a couple of issues over there.
We didn't know what was going on.
It's all good. I'm doing laundry, too. I'm not sure the microphone's picking that up, but it shouldn't be. Cracking open some Lake Effect IPA by the Great Lakes Brewing Company.
Of Canada, because we have one in America.
Yeah.
Eric
by hour.
Eric got the last one he said of Willa Stout. But you said you like the rye aged stouts as well.
Yeah, I do. I like the rye aged stouts a lot. More than I like the bourbon ones. I like the rye aged stouts better.
And hello, Brian. Thanks for watching. Said he's heading to Atlanta this weekend, going to bring some local stuff back home to review. Excellent. I don't know of a lot of the Atlanta breweries. I know they got some out there, but there's more than just Sweetwater that are in that area now. And Eric said, Brian, I shot you out in one of my vids. I can't remember what one, but it was recent. I think I watched that. I think it was the last lager one you may have shouted him out on.
It might have been.
Yeah. I think we're all behind to watch other channels too. So we're like there's so many different things out there and people you like to see and like to watch. So it's a lot of stuff happening in the beer reviewing community and craft beer.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't like to watch wicked long videos. I really don't.
Yeah, but like I said, I do it more for the fun factor. I don't do it for any notoriety or anything.
Oh, come on. You want the YouTube monies.
I shut my monetization off.
Yeah, smart.
I know a lot of people
your quarter
turn it off, and they're not going to let them advertise. That they're going to turn off monetization.
I just want to do more festival stuff. Like last year, working with Lake of the Woods Brewery at festivals, I made more. Like I've made nothing off YouTube, and I made about $500 in total doing that. So that's kind of my monetization for me, kind of, I guess you'd say. So I hope to do a lot more of that this year.
That's not a bad way to do it. I mean, you can do other stuff outside of YouTube and just use YouTube as one of your platforms. I mean,
I bring a bunch of business cards. I tell people about my channel and stuff like that. But mainly, like a lot of people at beer festivals, they just like a lot of the reps and stuff. They just sit there on their chairs on their phone and stuff, wait for people to come up, and they're just like they're not like I'm there. People walking by, I'm like, your glass is empty. Get over here right now. Like engaging people and fucking, the one of the organizers of the one festival I went to, she actually like sent me a personal message saying, thank you for bringing so much fun and liveliness to the event. Like I was yelling at other beer vendors across the fucking thing and stuff. And like kind of challenging them, just having fun, like just bringing some fun to the whole thing. Why not? It's a beer festival. Yeah. Loud. Come on.
Yeah, you got to make it fun for sure.
Well, I thought first starting to stream on Twitch, but I don't know if you guys.
Yeah, I stream on Twitch too. I'm kind of going back and forth between Twitch and YouTube gaming. I get some views over there, but
for your beer stuff, Rod?
Oh no, I was just doing the game stuff. Does everybody just do game on there? Is there other stuff on there on Twitch?
There's everything on Twitch, but it's mostly gaming for sure. You can do you could do beer reviews and stuff, I think, but it would be a lot harder to probably gain an audience on Twitch with beer reviews.
Yeah. To
start with, at least. But I don't know. Like I have a friend here in North Bay who actually makes once you get to a certain level, you can have people can actually it's not like on YouTube, on Twitch, it costs money to actually subscribe to somebody. You can follow them for free, but if you want to subscribe to them, then you're actually paying like a minimum, usually about $5 a month to them. And my buddy here in North Bay has about 50 people that subscribe to him every month, so that's that much money. Plus, he's got he gets donations during his live streams and stuff like that, and he's actually doing he's not a living yet, but he's making a good amount of side cash for sure doing that, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I've seen people doing that on there and everything. Yeah, because
I thought about doing it, but I don't know. I'm still debating on it.
I mean, it's another platform. The question is between Twitch versus YouTube. If you're doing gaming, I think it's just more of an opportunity there than the other stuff possibly. But you never know. It's all about being different.
Again, that's something I'm kind of got going for me, I guess you could say. Just a little bit, maybe a little bit.
I prefer YouTube gaming because everybody has YouTube on their either on their smartphone or on their tablet or whatever. Twitch, you have to actually go out and download. Everything comes with YouTube 90% of the time. So
yeah,
I don't know.
And the actual YouTube gaming site is kind of like Twitch. If you ever go to the YouTube gaming site, it's like the layout of Twitch.
Yes. And there's a YouTube gaming app too.
I went back to partner with Freedom, so we'll see what Freedom does. They may kick me off too because I don't have enough views, but right now they're calculating stuff to look at. They paid out before in the past, so we'll see what they pay out now.
Oh, we have a Nick in the chat. Nick has appeared in the chat.
3-3 in the Canadians to the Americans now.
Yeah. Wild Nick. Nick appears.
Hello, Angel. How are you tonight? Not Angel being Nick. Angel event. Let's clarify.
Jeez, Rod, are you hitting on me or something?
That is a sexy camera you're holding.
Sexy camera that I had to send away for repair last week.
You couldn't find a YouTube video on how to fix it, really?
No, it's something that's got to be sent to Sony for.
That sucks. You could find a YouTube repair video for so many things. It blew my mind when I first discovered that. Really, I can just do all this myself. There's so much you can just do yourself, even stuff you wouldn't think you could do yourself. You really can. You just watch a video, step by step. It's awesome.
Did you ever see the video of the lady that built her own house just before using YouTube videos?
No, but I believe it, and that's awesome.
She built an actual house for her and her kids, all from YouTube videos.
That is really cool.
Yeah. She bought all the parts. She had the land. She bought all the wood and everything like that, and all the parts that were needed, and built the house from ground up. Took her a year, I think.
That's actually a surprisingly short amount of time. I was gonna say a couple, at least maybe 3. But yeah, wow, impressive.
Yeah.
Awesome. And Nick, I saw your comment there. I never yell. I know what you're talking about. I'm the quietest person in the stream.
Plead the fifth, huh?
So Jason Voorhees asks, Hillbilly, recommend a port for under $30. Eric says he loves rye beer stouts.
The camera's going to
step by step. The Amy Galoy fan said, I saw that it was really nice big house too, so she saw the video. And she said you're a lot of fun too, Ginge. I guess
that's me. That's my friend Terry. She
loves your dogs too, by the way, she said.
I saw she came over for dinner night and we hung out for a little while, and she called every single one of my cool little collectible things were all dolls in her eyes. So yeah, that was awesome. Good times.
You can say they were action figures.
Action figures, collectibles. That's what they are. But no, they're all dolls. All dolls. Yeah, good times.
So what are you drinking tonight, Nick?
Okay, just a sec here. I am drinking something new from
there he is.
Loyola City Brewing Co. St. John Brewery here in New Brunswick. Three Sisters Pale Ale. It's actually
two sisters. Three
quite, yeah, exactly. Quite nice. As I was kind of wondering, she's beautiful enough that I wanted to ask if she's got a sister. She's got three, apparently. Actually, it's a really famous harbor, because St. John's was a big port city back in the day, right? So there's like a harbor light at the end of the south end tip that ships used to use for sailing into the harbor at night. So getting it right.
Is it a lighthouse?
Well, not really.
No, okay, weird.
It's like a shoreline light that they lined up with.
Lighthouses are cool. I like lighthouses. There's one in the Long Dark that I haven't got to yet. Actually, I will get there eventually. It'll be cool.
I'm gonna go grab another beer. You guys have the helm right now.
Are you really sure you want to do that, Rod?
Steady as she goes, Captain.
If anything goes bad, I'll blame Red for it.
Well, what's happening? What's happening over here? Randomly, guy with the yellow background behind him, kind of thing, and other guy with the ball cap. I don't actually know your names. I don't think I might have been in a live chat with you guys before.
What, you don't know me, Red? Come on.
They do the beer flow show every week.
What the fuck, Red?
Again, I don't watch that often.
You don't watch the beer flow show?
Come on, man.
I'm usually busy or doing something else when your show is on, man. When I can, I watch
it. As Joe would say, that's on you.
And again, I'm not denying. I just
it's on you.
I'm sorry, guys.
I want to get a beer. Todd and Eric, you handle this.
I'm sorry. Yeah. I've been
Thanks, Rod.
I'm sorry,
guys. Come on, man. Come on.
I met so many people through this beer tuber shit, and like the names of like their channels and stuff and who they actually are, and I get confused. I haven't been in a lot of live chats with you, and that's how I get to know people and like know their names, not like by watching them in a video and stuff. Like they'll call each other by names. I just won't register in my head. It won't like sink in. But yeah, sorry.
Redbeard,
nice.
My name's Todd. We actually did a beer chat a couple weeks ago together, but I don't have a channel. I just always show up on Rod's channel.
No, again, like I remember being in that. It takes a couple because I meet so many fucking guys doing this. But cool. Yeah, I understand. This should cement it in right now. This whole conversation we're having right now should do it for me. I think we're good now. Yeah.
But I'm in. I live in Indiana.
I believe you told me that before as well. You got the that sounds familiar.
Yeah, I'm in Michigan.
That's a bit closer to where I am.
Where are you at?
Well, I'm pretty well sure that's closer than I am to Redbeard.
Where are you at, Redbeard?
I'm in New Brunswick, east coast of Canada. So
I'm in North Bay, Ontario. Basically, like 5 hours or so from the border, north.
Okay.
So,
all right.
Yeah.
5 hours from Chris.
And Chris, where are you?
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm in St. Catharines, which is just about 10 minutes away from Niagara Falls, New York.
Okay.
Niagara Falls, Ontario. I'm near Joe.
You're kind of close to average Joe.
You're over by Buffalo?
Well, kind of in the vicinity, I guess.
How far of a trip would be?
Buffalo's still about a 40-minute drive to.
Yeah, that's not far at all. That's not far at all.
No.
Like I said, I drove 5 hours south to visit you guys. It was that was a trip right there. 40 minutes is nothing.
Ontario is if we go straight south, where would you run into in the States?
I didn't get all that. Try one more time.
If you were driving straight south from Ontario, where would you be? Where would you wind?
I think you end up in New York. I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh no, Michigan or New York. I think are one of the two. I'm not even sure. I've never driven to the States myself. I've been to the States, but I wasn't driving. I was a young child kind of thing.
I go straight south from here.
Gotcha.
If I go straight south from here, I'm going to go through New York, then Pennsylvania, and then I could take a little bit of a detour and hit Ohio, and then get into Kentucky. But Ohio, where Rod is, it's about I'm about 4 hours away from Rod.
Really? You're
So more eastern side for all of y'all, then, right?
It's not that far. It's not that far from Ohio here. 3-4 hour drive. That's it.
Nice. Get a little cup of Tim Hortons.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Say what you. I like Tim Hortons, so.
I've never been a big fan, and honestly, in my opinion, especially here in North Bay, regardless, like I don't know how it is in other places, but the service has just gone to shit here. Like you go in and you order your stuff, and it takes them forever, and the quality. Like if you want to go in there for a coffee, I guess sure, but if you want food, it's just it's not good, man. I basically just don't go there anymore. There's so many other nice little kind of family-owned restaurants in North Bay that make really good food and stuff. And I don't drink coffee, so that's a big part of it too. But yeah.
So why bother even going into Tim Hortons if we don't drink?
You go for like
ice. I like an ice cap.
Tim
a lot of
ice cap is
people I work with always, like the guys I work with doing Hood Fans, drink coffee like they need it. If they stop drinking for like 5 minutes,
life.
They're gonna die. Yeah, again, like it's
next to beer.
Coffee is life.
I'm
beer at night and coffee in the morning.
I mean, coffee's got important nutritional, benefits called caffeine. So you kind of need it in the mornings to get going properly. I mean, really,
I gotta think
it helps improve motor function.
I gotta think the guy that created the coffee stout. Somebody said you're a fucking genius.
I do like a good coffee stout. Not actual coffee, but coffee and a beer. Yeah.
That is so insane.
How about the guy that combined like a coffee stout with oatmeal and barrel aged it and maple syrup barrels and
well, even now, guys over here and even added bacon into it. So you putting bacon in it? Okay.
Yeah. There's one brewery here in New Brunswick that actually made a breakfast stout, but he added his own bacon and eggs to it.
Now I don't know about the eggs.
I don't know about the eggs. You don't really taste the eggs, but you get the smokiness out of the bacon, and it's quite delicious.
Yeah, it sounds really, really weird. Again, though, like you experiment, you don't know what's gonna work. You can try making a beer with whatever the fuck you want to, and it might work.
See, that's the fun of craft beer because people.
That's what I mean. Yeah, it's awesome. I love it.
I mean, making a good craft beer is that much more different than cooking and how you're experimenting with stuff.
Well, it's more. I'd say it's more like baking than cooking because cooking is like you can just kind of wing it and blah blah. Brewing is more like baking, whereas you can wing it, but you still want to be precise in your measurements and your temperatures and stuff. Yeah.
Nick, you should have walked in to work with that bottle of that bacon and eggs beer and walked in and be like, "What?
It's my morning coffee.
Funny.
It's breakfast. Everything you want.
Is everything you want for breakfast? It's got bacon and eggs and coffee. And...
It says breakfast on the bottle.
Beer Buddy Delaware said they finally got a Tim Hortons in Minnesota. Yeah, that's right. It was one of those border states with Canada, right? So it makes sense to have a Tim Hortons there.
It's like Canada South right there.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if the actual
Southern Manitoba or some shit
is different than it is here, just like a lot of other things. They probably tweak it a bit for the American people.
Jason Voorhees said, do they only drink Sumatra blends? Are they coffee bean snobs?
The hell?
I don't know. I don't know about Tim Horton people or what. I don't know.
Oh, no. Tim Hortons is more basic than that.
According to
there's like generic Colombian coffee.
A survey that was done, a big survey was recently, and apparently Canada's overall favorite coffee isn't Tim Hortons
McDonald's.
anymore. It's actually McDonald's now. So that's
Actually, no, it was Second Cup and then McDonald's, I think.
Oh yeah.
Second Cup.
It might have been. It's like Tim Hortons. It's like McDonald's or Second Cup or one of the two.
The only thing I remember from it was that McDonald's was above Tim Hortons, so Second Cup could have been in there as well. But regardless, Tim Hortons is not. I guess in some play again, like I have two people I work with that drink. Like they'll come to work with an extra large, double, whatever the hell they drink, and an extra large is like at least 2 pints basically.
Okay.
It's a big cup of coffee, and they'll have a second one for when they're done that, and then we'll finish the job and we'll have to stop at a Tim Hortons so we can get another one to tide him over until he gets to the Tim Hortons by his house, where he can buy one more before he goes to bed. Kind of, it's just like coffee all the time for these people. It makes me
I found the article on Canada's favorite coffee chain. McDonald's is first place, followed by Second Cup, then Starbucks. Tim Hortons is all the way back into fourth. And I think with
crazy.
The big Ontario PR fiasco they got going on right now, I imagine it's going to drop even further. Yeah. Although I gotta say, A&W's coffee sucks.
Ooh.
The PR fiasco is pretty much just ridiculous. Like people are like picketing them and stuff, and it's not the individual restaurant owners and shit that are fucking people over. It's the heads that live in like Toronto that are never actually in a Tim Hortons.
They're not even heads of the company anymore. They're just the children of the original.
Yeah, that's what it was. The family and shit. And yeah, it's like they're just sitting back making all this money, and oh no, I'm gonna make a tiny bit less money. I can't have that. Let's fuck over the employees a little bit. Yeah, more money. It's
well, yeah, but it looks bad on the entire company. It's like, oh man, even the founders' kids are fucking it up.
I agree. I will give you that. But again, like the fact that they're picketing the actual, like the people that are just running the franchises, they're just trying to run their franchise. Like they're taking their orders from these bullshit family people. They have to do what they say. There's nothing they can really do. Like it's like there's no point.
Yeah, except by the franchisee, but it really does not look good on them, especially considering Tim Hortons has been in the news like the last couple of years with some like negative business practices anyway, right? So
yeah, no, you're not wrong. The whole ever since I want to say ever since the whole Burger King fucking buyout, whatever that happened there, everything has just kind of started to. Even though I love Burger King, it's one of my favorite fast food places.
Yeah, Burger King's actually they made something recently that made a whole lot of sense. Did you see that thing on Burger King's net neutrality, the Whopper neutrality thing?
That was fantastic. That was
pay more money to get your Whopper faster.
That was pretty funny.
Pay more money to get your Whopper faster.
Yeah, you get the Express Whopper or something like that, and it's demonstrate the meaning. Yeah, they're demonstrating the meaning of net neutrality. So net neutrality, of course, means that everything on the internet shouldn't have its traffic throttled. Like all traffic should be treated the same. It's like Burger King, like you paying a premium so you can get your Whopper faster at Burger King.
Yeah.
It was pretty funny. I'm pretty sure they only did it at like one restaurant for like maybe a couple hours or something for the PR thing, but it was pretty funny to see the people's reactions and shit, and just like, what do you mean? Like I ordered my stuff first. It's like, oh no, he's in the fast lane or whatever. And he's like, he got his food all fast, and you're sitting there waiting because you paid the normal price and shit. Yeah. That's what net neutrality is, a fucking big issue, and a lot of people really don't understand how it can just fuck them over or fuck everything.
Yeah,
over.
it's like
hold on. All right, so Brian said he actually lived in Cincinnati and he had a few. I forgot we do have a few Tim Hortons on the Ohio side, but Brian, I didn't realize you were in Cincinnati. So if you want to get together and grab some beers, let me know. And if you're coming out to Beer Fest Saturday, let me know because I'll be there on the day shift pouring beers.
Nice.
Well, you're pouring beers at Beer Fest. That's awesome.
Yeah. So.
Who are you pouring for?
Todd will be up here would be pouring beers too. So, but he's got to run. So catch you later. But yeah, let me know when you want to get together around here in Cincinnati.
Cheers.
You guys can go back to the coffee wars now.
All right. Whatever. We got down to the topic of net neutrality in a beer chat.
You're talking about Burger King and stuff. Then, like again,
like Burger King and net neutrality.
We had a Burger King here in North Bay, and the guy that was running it, I guess, was like selling drugs out of the drive-thru, some shit like that. Got his franchise license revoked, and it's never come back. If you want to go to Burger King, the closest you can go is Sudbury, which is about an hour and a half away, which makes me like So we clean their hood fans in Sudbury, which is nice. So every time I go there, I make sure we get there at least like a half an hour early so they're still open. And I'll be like, anything that you're about to throw in at the end of the night, don't throw out, make me food. And they'll be like, yeah, okay, what do you want? And it's like, yes. Yeah, that's one of the perks of the job. Well, a couple perks, like I know where to eat and where not to eat as far as kitchen cleanliness goes. And another one is quite often free food is given, which is very nice. I like it.
Like I know that's what like KFC will do at the end of the night.
You guys talking Burger King Canada, but it seems like anytime I mention Wendy's around you guys all seem to love Wendy's in Canada.
Oh,
Wendy's is good. Wendy's good, man. Yeah. I can't deny.
Yeah, I like Wendy's. I like your bacon.
Wendy's is the spot in Canada for you guys for burger joints.
Well, we don't have White Castle or anything.
Not myself.
Talking about coffee, they have actually some of the better coffees at White Castle.
My favorite fast food burger is A&W here in Canada. That's what I hear anyway.
Yeah, they're
but
pretty
I really
solid.
want to know what kind of fast food problem do you have if you have to pay extra to get burgers sooner from Burger King?
Well, it's like saying, what kind of internet problem do you have if you have to pay extra to access Netflix?
Or Pornhub.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can't get like an extra. I mean, how much quicker are you actually getting that burger though?
Just making sure everybody's awake out there.
Maybe I can find the parody. It's on YouTube.
Yeah, I think a lot of people don't really understand the full weight of the net neutrality and how it'll affect things. But I think, if it does go through with what they want to do, people will quickly find out and they will not be happy.
You'll find out eventually.
And they'll be like, well, maybe you should have been paying attention. Well, people were trying to tell you about this.
Well, that's the thing. They're counting on people not understanding what it all means, and then
that's just how it is with so many issues in the States, though, where like they just sweep it under the rug, and like they just like the laws that get passed in the Senate and all this shit, like, and they get passed, and people are like, oh, and it's like, oh, we told you. Nobody paid attention, but it was happening, and nobody did anything about it.
It's like, and they're kind of like ISPs in Canada are arguing the same thing, and like ISPs in Canada are usually also the same people that do they're like the cable providers. So think about it this way: like Bell Canada, one of our biggest ISPs up here, they offer online services like Netflix called Crave TV. So what if you had to? What if they would have a conflict of interest of promoting Crave TV's bandwidth over Netflix, like restrict bandwidth for Netflix unless you paid a premium, like added it to your contract or something for your download speed, or you had to watch Crave TV, and Crave TV might not have everything you want on Netflix, and it really just hurts Netflix, and it's the whole aspect of a conflict of interest because the ISP is also controlling the media that you're watching.
The only thing Crave TV has over Netflix is Letterkenny. And
they're
the American people,
like a bunch of HBO shows too.
You probably don't know Letterkenny. You know Trailer Park Boys, I'm assuming, right?
Yes.
Letterkenny is like even more, or like at least the same level of like the epitome of the Canadian kind of TV show. It's filmed in Sudbury, which is crazy because I've driven past so many places in the show, but if you've not seen it,
I've never watched Trailer Park Boys. That's supposed to be pretty funny though, right? I think that's on Netflix here.
It is now. Like they stopped being on the TV show. Showtime is what they were on. Now they're like net.
Showcase.
You're right. Showcase. That's a Canadian. Showcase is
Canadian Showtime is Showcase.
Yes, exactly. That's what I was just going to say. Pretty much, 100%. But yeah, they went to. They were canceled on. Well, they ended. They were. I don't know if they were canceled. They just ended because the way they ended, like their last season.
It wasn't canceled. It just ended naturally after the.
And then they came back.
It was season, I think.
It was the
one where they were
years later when it came back, but they're now all like Netflix originals. Sorry.
God damn it.
I was trying to finish my thought.
Let Nick have the floor. Let Nick have the floor for a second.
Yeah, man, I'm trying to talk here.
Nick, the floor is yours.
Fuck. I don't remember what I was gonna say now. No. I think the last season of Trailer Park Boys is the one where they had they were trying to use that the Swayze train to bring it across the weed across the border into Maine.
Sebastian Bach.
Yeah, Sebastian Bach. Yeah.
That was a good season.
That was like 2007, right? So
I think and again, like it came back like not that long. It was off for, I want to say, almost like 10 years before it came back. It was a while. And now it's still going, I think. Now he's like Jim.
Yeah,
Jim,
it's like I think the first season came back on Netflix in 2014, like the official 9th season. And the first season they did on Netflix was actually written by John Clattenburg and the original writers of Trailer Park Boys.
The first couple seasons on Netflix were actually great. I think I haven't watched the most recent one, but they've kind of started to just become, I guess, like it's the same kind of thing. It's getting a little bit old now, but it's John Dunsworth or whatever his name is. The Leahy died, so I don't even know how they can.
Yeah,
like I don't see how you can have the show without him because he was.
Well, they've been saying that they're going to keep doing this until they're old, right? They want to actually just keep doing this as long as it's popular. But, yeah, John Dunsworth he was a big chunk of the show, the antics of Mr. Leahy.
Like everything, man. Apparently, you know he didn't actually drink. Apparently.
Yeah, I've heard that.
That blows my mind because like the scene where he's like got the lawnmower. I'm mowing the air, Randy. I'm mowing the air. It's like fucking like so many scenes where he just played the most unbelievably convincing.
Like the liquor snurf.
Obliterated fucking drunk person.
Listen to the liquor, Rand. It'll tell you what to do.
Yeah, I am the liquor. Like it was so good. He's glorious.
Anyway,
glorious.
Back to beer now.
All right. We didn't come back to talking about liquor.
Like, none of the Americans know the shows you guys are really.
It's on Netflix.
So, Dogfish Head is partnering with Mace to brew a pepper spray beer.
The hell?
But it won't actually disable any would-be attackers.
That sounds. I've had one beer that was kind of like that's spicy, and I actually kind of liked it, but I'd like to try more to see like the different levels of spicy and stuff that you can put into a beer. Who was echoing like crazy? Someone was echoing. I don't know.
Rod, do you have earphones in?
No, but I'm not echoing. Was I?
No, Rod's usually got things going on pretty good. Oh, but see, someone's echo there. Oh.
Echo.
Is it me?
Right.
Isn't it the person that hears the echoes having an issue?
No, not at all.
No?
Like I'm headphones, microphone. There's no way I can echo.
I got headphones on, so.
Drunken One randomly said the only thing that needs to be close is the temps. I'm assuming maybe he was referring to my comment where I said it's like science, like with brewing, you want to be close and stuff. But I think maybe I guess you can just be willy-nilly and throw shit in and make a good beer. Who knows?
But anyway, this Dogfish Head beer is a moderately sweet stout. Gives off spicy nutmeg, anise, and espresso aromas with palate warm and chili spice finish.
Is this that Mace beer?
Yeah.
Is it Dogfish Head that's making this?
Yeah, it's called In Your Mace.
That's awesome.
I don't make this shit up. These are actual true facts. This is not fake news. This is real.
Do any of their beers actually make it north of the border?
It actually gets released Saturday, February 2nd.
Nice.
Do any of their beers make it north of the border?
I don't know if they actually make it to Canada.
I hear so much about them all the time, and like I'd really like to try some of their beer, but I've never seen it.
The 90-minute is delicious. The 120 is actually pretty interesting.
You see, screw you and your fucking.
Well,
having tried more beers.
I live 45 minutes from the border, and I have friends that go down there.
There you go.
Like Maine or New Hampshire all the time. So
screw you and your.
I get people that bring it back.
Gosh, everybody calm down.
Settle, or Joe would put it. Joe would put it. Settle down. I'm gonna have to ask you to settle down, Red.
I actually do like the 120 though. I know, like Eric likes to let it sit, I think, a little bit, but
Yeah.
I can take it fresh, or you can actually age that one for a while.
I got one down in the cellar aging, in my basement, but
And it will mellow it out though, so it won't be as much of a bite to it.
Yeah,
probably have
it's
it towards the end
it's
of
not
the
like
year.
a super hoppy beer anyway.
No, it's more malted out, but it's strong.
Yeah, always it ever.
Yeah, right now the big thing is 120 versus Hop Slam. You know, which one is better of the two?
I don't think I've ever had anything from Bell's.
See, I've had either of these things. Like, there's so many amazing beers that you guys have access to that I just.
That's because we're Americans, man.
That's what I'm saying. I know. Again, like there's so many things I can hold over you being Canadian. Like, haha, healthcare. Haha, my prime minister isn't.
Oh, Lord.
Anyway, but you guys
give hush money to a porn star.
just the number of people compared. Like Canada's bigger than you, but you guys have like I don't know what is it like. You guys are at how many 300 million or so now down there?
370 million.
We got 30 something, maybe 30, close to 40 now. We're closer to 40 now.
9 or 10 times the population.
Yeah, it's mind blowing. That's what I'm saying. Like, so there's so many beers being made down there because there's so many more people. So there's gonna be so many more breweries that can pop up.
The hockey players.
That's because beer making laws and beer distribution laws in Canada are far more restrictive than they are in the States. I mean, at the States, it's all
that combined with the population thing. Yeah, I'll totally agree with you.
And that's kind of why I'm hoping this thing in Canada about the free trade thing between provinces when it comes to beer and alcohol. I really hope that gets overturned. That guy who got arrested. No, he didn't get arrested. He got fined and his beer seized by trying to bring beer from Quebec, cheap beer from Quebec into New Brunswick. And it's all the way up into the Supreme Court of Canada now. He's fighting it. And it's really looking promising that it's going to win.
Well, yeah, in the Constitution, free trade between provinces.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's all based on post-prohibition laws that have been around since the 30s, which is complete bullshit.
I mean, technically, you could still get arrested for bootlegging in the U.S. for bringing stuff across state lines, but nobody enforces it really.
Well, that's check like the fruits and vegetables and shit like that down there. Is that like a thing? Like they ask, like, do you have any foreign fruits and vegetables on you or something like that?
Not for bootlegging. What are you talking about?
No, I mean, like, isn't that a thing that they monitor between state lines? I'm not talking bootlegging. Well, it depends. Like, do you have any fruits and vegetables loaded with vodka in your vehicle?
Oh, like they're asking.
Well, Rod, can you imagine this? If some police department actually started going after people bringing booze across state lines? Oh, you have a bottle of beer in your trunk.
Actually, it has happened here. We used to. Ohio was a lower ABV state than Kentucky. And so one of our places on the river is called the Party Source, where they have a lot of alcohol, obviously. So people would come across Ohio to get it, and Ohio police would be stationed across on the Ohio side, and their sheriff would actually look across in binoculars and catch license plates of people buying from Ohio and bringing it across. When they came across the bridge, they would bust them in Ohio for bootlegging the beer across.
Oh, man.
And that was probably about 10 or 15 years ago they were still doing that.
That sheriff sounds like a great guy.
But it's a good money grab for the city. So
yeah,
it's a terrible.
They don't do it now, but they used to. Well, that sheriff was a prick, but
it's good, but it's fucking terrible.
It's bullshit. No matter how you shape it, though.
But Earth said a good thing. He said a better comparison would be between Dogfish F120 and Evil Twins Molotov Heavy, which I can agree with that too. I mean, I think those do match up a little bit better. But everybody out there that hasn't had Evil Twin, they kind of put Hot Slam up against the 120. But you guys get Evil Twin, don't you?
I have never seen it myself.
Nothing against 120.
I've seen some sparsely, like some Evil Twins sparsely around here, and it's usually at the premium AMBL liquor store up in Fredericton, which is like an hour and a half from where I'm at. I've only ever gotten a couple things from Evil Twin. I got the Imperial Donut Break, and I got the what's the Sour Krish Stout or something.
Okay.
And I think they had something else, but that's it. It's really scarce here.
Yeah, I got the Jesus. I got Jesus in the basement. And
I would love to try the Even More Jesus.
Yeah, even more Jesus, and I got the coconut Jesus, and then I got You're in the Jungle Baby, which is another one from Evil Twin. That's one I think they did for Cincinnati area. They make great beers. The guy that's Evil Twin is who's the brother of the guy that's McKellar, so you can imagine how good their beers are.
Oh, really? That's kind of cool. I've never had a McKellar beer either.
They are nice. And when you go find them in spots, they got like little pockets. They're hard to find sometimes.
Was it? Apparently, he's like Simon from Real Ale Craft Beer, whatever the fuck it is, says he's like a vagabond brewer. I guess like he doesn't have his own brewery at all. He goes to other breweries and makes his gypsy brewer vagabond. And he makes the beer there, so it's like gonna pop up in all these random locations. It's just never been anywhere near here. But someday, I really want to try one of his beers because I've heard like really good things about them.
Like there's a guy around here that's like that, a vagabond, like a gypsy kind of brewery.
Vagabond.
Vagabond.
You said Mon. It just sounded funny.
No, I said vagabond. Anyway,
you said Mon. I can go back and
I said it. I said it, but I've got a maritime accent. So
you guys are arguing over the enunciation, but go ahead.
There's one guy. I think he's pretty much settled down to his brewery in Nova Scotia called Unfucking Filtered. It's literally called that. Anyway, but there was a guy here. He's like a real savant with working with hops. That like any beer he went to create at any brewery, it generally stayed in production afterwards. And
cool.
The first batches are always beautiful. But he's his name's Greg Nash. But every beer I've had that he's made so far has been pretty damn good.
Nice.
But yeah, not the notoriety. Who did you say it was? McKellar?
McKellar, yeah.
It's MIKKELL.
Yeah.
Out
I've only ever had one McKellar beer, and it was the joint beer, or whatever, the collaboration beer with Brewdog, the I Hardcore You.
Okay, all right. I'm so happy. I can't wait for Brewdog to open up that resort here because I definitely want to try more of their beers.
Sounds interesting.
They're like 2 hours away. They're actually going to have beer spas in the hotel, which whatever that's going to be. But people are down doing them, and each room has its own keg in there.
Sit around with a towel and a beer in your hand.
No, it's a beer spot. You're actually in the beer. I mean, it's like when people take milk baths and stuff. You're actually in beer. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's gonna be sticky.
Sounds like kind of a waste of beer.
Yeah.
I hope it's like
I don't know.
It's gonna be all funky and bad. All the beer went bad.
Beer baths. I don't know. People are just doing them. I never thought about doing them, but I just saw they're having it there. But every room gets its own little keg, and they got a nice little setup. Well, Stone has the one out in California too. Stone Resort out in LA. So it'll be 2 hours from me. So it'll be a nice little road trip. Go up for a weekend or something maybe.
Nice.
Check it out. Probably like $500 a night for a room or something though. I'm sure it'll be overpriced for the market. But Malt Mustang.
If they got no competition, then that's what places do.
Malt liquor. That's the Eric. Eric will be bringing back some malt liquors. I don't mess with malt liquor.
Why not?
I'll try it. Like I've had a couple. Like the speaking of Trailer Park Boys, they make a Ricky's Catch 22. I think it is Catch 23. Sorry, decent malt liquor.
That's not a real malt liquor though. Like I don't think
I haven't had
liquor. I'm thinking like Old English 800 or something.
I've had that one as well as the Sawdust City made one called. It was in collaboration with some like local kind of musician guy, and it was also pretty not too bad. But I haven't had the Colt 45s or any of that kind of crazy shit. So
that's like real malt.
Yeah,
so you got a roll tide.
Yeah, I got to run.
All right, man. Well, I'll catch up with you tomorrow then, or you all set?
All right, yeah, I'll get a hold of you tomorrow.
Okay.
You have a great night, dude.
Nick.
Yeah, nice meeting you, man.
All right, man. Have a good night.
I remember your name. I remember your name, Todd. I remember. You're Todd. I know. Yeah. Woo.
All right. See you.
All right, see you, man.
See you guys.
But like malt liquor, I mean, that's like going back to like high school for me. The old Colt 45, the Red Bull, the Blue Bull, Cody 900, all that stuff. And I don't know. I do it once in a while. Like Eric, I might jump on Eric's thing once in a while because I think I went on one of your malt liquor Mondays for one of the beers you did one time. But I don't know. Malt liquor just doesn't do anything for me. Although I still got to drink that DKML I got in the basement too.
It's funny you say high school.
Here's one. Hey, Rod.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen this one Redbeard is what I mean.
No, actually.
But that's one from Bose. It's DOA Hardcore 8.1, which is a malt liquor that Bose made.
That I like the label.
Same guys that make Lugo Tread.
Like, well, again,
it's pretty cool.
Bose makes a lot of different, like, random one-off beers all the time, and a lot of those are actually like Lug Tread it's their mainstream. Everybody can drink this. No, nothing offensive, whatever beer, but they make a lot of beers that are actually really kind of creative. Tonight, actually, I went to Greco's, a pizza place here in North Bay, and while my pizza was being made, yeah, man,
is it like Greco's Pizza with a little chef on the label, blue label?
No, it's Greco's GRECEOS.
Booker? Booker?
No, there's probably. I'm assuming there's Greco's in a lot of places. Anyway, there's two of them here, and while it's being made, they have Bose is doing some February thing where they're releasing a new beer every week, and I guess this place has a keg of their first release. It's like coconut something stout, and it tasted like a macaroon, a liquefied coconut macaroon. It was really good.
Nice. But Redbeard, I'm talking about this. Is this the pizzeria you're talking about?
No, not at all.
You're like
Okay.
Chef Boyardee's cousin.
Like mine,
you're not far off.
like
Yeah, no, this is
But you know,
it's a maritime chain of pizza shops called Greco's Pizza.
I was like, yeah, it might be a trademark infringement there.
I was like, shit, you got a Greco in North Bay?
well, no, like if you go to ours, it is grecospizza.ca. So like here, I'll put the link in the description. You can see what this one looks like as soon as it opens. Come on.
Because Greco.ca is our pizza chain.
Oh yeah, we got grecospizza.ca. Yeah, more specific as to what they sell. And the place, like, it's the best. It's the best place because their kitchen, like there's no uniform for their people. It's just like they wear shorts in the kitchen. They have t-shirts on, whatever. And you sit there and like have my beer as I watch things being made, and it's just the most perfect example of organized chaos you've ever seen in your life. Just like people running back and forth, and just fucking, it's insanity.
That's cool. And you've got some like Bows and Sawdust City and New Ontario there.
That's kind of new. Like again, like tonight, I went in there expecting to have maybe something by Sawdust City or something like that, and they had that new Bows beer. It's pretty damn tasty. And their pizza, the meatball subs are fantastic.
How much is their pizza anyway? Doesn't say.
Well, tonight I paid $20 with about $1 as a tip after everything was done for a small pepperoni and Italian sausage pizza, as well as the pint of beer. And the pint of beer is where the price comes in. I want to say the pizza was probably like maybe
your pint of beer is what, $7-8?
Yeah. So it's like $11-12 for a small pizza, but it's good.
It's really not that bad.
Good, not like it's not like a mainstream kind of fucking. It's not a frozen dough. It's nothing crazy crap like that. It's really good. It's one of like it's one of North Bay's small family-owned businesses that's been around for a long time and is still going strong. And there's places come and go all the time here, but they're not going anywhere.
I think all I got to say at this point is, Rod, I'm sorry we've added way too much Canadian to your chat.
I have no idea. Yeah, I was like,
it's like your target audience doesn't even know what the hell we're talking about.
I was very Canadian, like
going on about two Canadian. He's like, yeah.
I was very Canadian, like, and being polite there. So
that wasn't even Canadian. That was like specific to my hometown. So that was like going all North Bay on you. Sorry, man.
I got Americans watching the show, like, I can't get this pizza. What are they talking about? That's not Domino's. That's not Papa John's. That's it's nowhere near me.
We do get Domino's and Papa John's here, though.
Yeah, I know. Red had Papa John's the other night on his show. No, not Red. Chris did.
Yeah. I haven't been to Papa John's in a while.
I actually had pizza earlier tonight, but we got a place called No Cheese, which is like New York style pizza, which is pretty good.
Oh yeah.
Like I don't like going to Papa John's or any of the chains because I grew up in New Jersey where we had real Italians making the pizza, and it's like if I could find a hometown like pizza shop like that, that's where I go. Plus it supports the community. So. The local mom shop business.
We've got. I'll bring this up here. This is a really an authentic Italian pizza chain that we've got here in my area, and it's called Pomodori. And they're the kind of place where they'll actually they'll. I don't know. I don't think they hand toss the bread, but it's like fresh dough bread.
I've seen this before. You showed this.
I showed it to you last Saturday. I think.
I recall. I remember.
I want to try it. There you can see the oven right there in the background. It's actually a copper oven made with a wood fire, and it's like it was a hand assembled oven with the parts assembled from Italy. It actually the parts that came from Italy. So it's nice. But they're an award-winning pizza chain around here. And in 2009, they actually were a finalist in a competition where they got to make their pizza in Italy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's cool. I want to say.
Details.
Well, the thing is, they actually had a Pomodori here in Cincinnati.
The same?
The same one, same wood fire oven and everything. They ended up having to close down because
there you go.
They were next to a New York style pizzeria that kind of
crazy looking oven. Like there's the place to go, like in my opinion, here in North Bay for pizza.
Yeah, same oven they had down here.
I want to say we were talking about this that same night. It's called the Arugula here in North Bay. and they have their everything isn't like that. It's an actual like some guy from Italy, Stefano something or other. Fucking, I was the only one in the region, I guess. He came over from Italy and built it, and it's this huge fucking thing, and it's a wood fired. You put the pizza in, it takes like 90 seconds to cook.
That's the same idea. Yeah. Oh yeah, it doesn't take long at all to cook a pizza.
Yeah, that one is like a third the size. Like, well, it's probably the opening. Like everything else, is probably the same size, but this one here, because it's not copper or whatever, it's like, I guess, more old school. It's like stone and like the masonry and stuff. It looks like an igloo basically, with this small little place in the middle to put the pizza. And that place, their pizza as well as their meatball sandwiches and their chicken parm is just fucking to die for, man. It's everything.
These guys here, they make it like there's their hot Italian. Where is it? They make one that's like a margarita pizza, like just like straight up mozzarella and basil and
traditional
and sauce. Yeah, completely traditional pizza. And my God, it's only like $9, but it is so worth it. It's like
I've never had that from arugula, but they do the same thing.
Yeah, it's so simple pizza, but it's so delicious too. You really gotta try it.
I go in like my base pizza is like a pepperoni pizza, so that's what I order all the time. But I'm sure you're right. I've just never been that unmeaty, I guess. Like just every meal for me is like meat. I don't know. Good times.
Drunken one saying, as for coffee, about 16 ounce strong and black.
Yeah, he likes his coffee strong.
No all right, guys. Sugar for that guy. I got to work in the morning, so.
All right, Eric.
Cheers, man. Nice to meet you again, and I will remember your name forever this time.
Yeah, we actually been on for a couple hours, so I'm going to go ahead and shut it down live. And anybody got to say anything or any last comment?
2 hours. Look at this go. Crazy.
Feel like Eric, go ahead and give your PSA.
Guys, if you had too much to drink, please get a designated driver because you're going to pull over by the cops. You're going to stupid sobriety test. Then you're going to go to jail, court fees, and then possible prison time. And if you hit or kill somebody, you're going to get in the slammer for a while. And if you kill yourself, all you've done is hurt your family and friends, all right? Just sleep off your buzz and get your car the next day.
Dude, yeah. Fucking yeah.
Be smart.
So I was going to expect it'll take away your kids and your wife's going to run off.
Dennis Leary did a great one years ago where he said, if you want to get drunk and drive, do it in your house, have a bunch of drinks, jump on your bike, and ride around the living room. That's the only way that you should be, like, that's the only even mildly acceptable form of drinking and driving.
Yourself.
Yeah, you're going to hurt yourself. You're going to break things. You're going to wake up in the morning and be like, wow, I should never do that again. There you go.
Okay.
Lesson learned. Hey, man.
All right. So thanks for everybody that's watched out here. Thanks for all the comments in the comment section. Next
year, everybody.
I'm watching the chat because apparently there's a debate going on about Mustang and malt liquor and the name not existing and stuff. So it's pretty funny to watch in the chat. But next Thursday, Flying Dog Brewery. We'll take a look at that for the Beer Flow show. We'll be back on, and we'll be talking about that stuff and some other things. And hopefully this weekend, I'll upload some footage from the beer festival for you guys. Thanks for watching. Keep drinking those good craft beers. Remember, there's always time. Get your beer on. Cheers.
Cheers, guys.